a Polk County, Florida man is accused of stealing an automobile from a Pilot gas station that he had just dropped off a job application at. According to the arrest affidavit, Jacob Thompson was supposed to have a job interview at around 4:30 at the Pilot gas station, and a clerk took Thompson's application but told him management was not available and he would have to come back Monday. Meanwhile, a man had just pulled up to get snacks in his 2022 Cadillac XT4. With his interview on hold, Thompson decided to take advantage of another opportunity. Thompson jumped in the car, sped away, got on Interstate 4. He got the car up to about 100 miles per hour. Then the OnStar system shut the car down. He lost control, flipped the Cadillac, struggled for a little bit, and was arrested. So I don't think he's going to have to worry about making it to that interview on Monday anymore.
Yeah. Wow, dude, that is wild. I mean, shout out Florida. Thanks again for always being there for us. Can't live without you.
One love.
But the fact that the dude went in, drops off a job application, and he's like, you know what? See a Cadillac, and I just can't resist. Right? Like,
not just,
what is the thought there?
Not just, Matt, not just he sees it. He goes, what's the most non-inconspicuous, most flashy I can steal that everyone's going to point out? He ain't getting in a Camry. That's not a Dodge Neon. Homeboy said, I want the 2022 Caddy. Let's rock.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, this OnStar stuff gets crazy too. So like when it does shut down.
Yeah, what is the deal with that,
So
Steve?
I'm going to assume at this point that a 2022 Cadillac has, GM loves this stuff, but it has electrical steering, right? Most come from a pneumatic pump. You have a power steering rack, a little pump with the fluid, and it has that generates you to turn left and right? The newer cars, they tried to make an electronic system. So no hydraulic fluid, no pump. It runs on an electric motor, right? They're pieces of junk. Anyway, when your battery dies or your car shuts down, not so good to steer no more. It's like harder than not having power steering because it was an electric steering thing, right? So when the OnStar kills the motor, I'm assuming that it probably killed the steering too. So this guy had like old school, and he's obviously not bright, but like non-power steering piece of junk. And it was probably, once you're at speed, it's a little easier, but still, it like jerks way harder. If you turn the wheel a little, like if you're on a go-kart ever, if you turn it a little, it'll whip the wheel around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I could assume that that's what happened, and that's why.
What is the OnStar?
It's a button you can push, and it also has a GPS on the vehicle. So in case you're ever in an accident, it'll automatically call 911 in case you're like unconscious. If you ever break down in like a brand new Cadillac, it'll send a signal to a computer back at GM's headquarters. They'll call you on like a little thing and be like, hey, are you okay? So it's like a safety thing that GM does for their products.
Oh, so then how did he trigger the OnStar? Did
so
that guy,
also
call or...
that GPS,
yeah, okay.
if you steal a car, the police can call OnStar and say, hey, can you find out where this car is? And of course they can. Yeah. So they're like, and he's going this way. They go, can you shut down the ignition? They said, we sure can. And they hit a button and kill your car. Yeah.
And then you flip it because you're going 100 miles per hour trying to run away.
Yeah.
Man.
Heck yeah.
I mean, that guy is probably thinking, is like, dude, I don't need this job. I'm flying down the interstate, and all of a sudden,
yeah.
Wow. Brutal. Wow. I remember one of Tom's first cars. He had a Ford. What's the regular Ford that everybody gets?
Like a car?
There was a Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah,
Ford Taurus.
Hell yeah.
He had like, I think it was like an '89 Ford Taurus.
Hell
right?
yeah.
The thing was like blood red. It was dude. But he didn't have any power steering, and we were driving like to Easton, like 4 times a week in that car with no power steering.
Hell
he was like, this is brutal.
It's a workout.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Really good stuff, Liam. That's an awesome one. Love it. Let's